Hi friends, and welcome to the channel. In this video, we'll go through the basics of multi-factor authentication, or MFA, and specifically how it works in AWS. But before we go do that here on the console, let me spend just a couple of minutes on some theory, and then we'll come back here and walk through it together. It's likely that you're using MFA every day, even if you aren't familiar with the idea. You go to a website and you log in with your username and password, and then the site will say, hey, wait a minute, we're going to text you a code and we need you to enter that in order to log into the site. So basically there's two or more factors, that's where that name multi-factor comes from, that are required to authenticate you or for the system to figure out who you are. These factors could be something you know, like a password, something you have, like a phone or a hardware token, or something that you are, like a fingerprint. The top two are the most common. In AWS, there's three kinds of devices you can use for this additional mode of authentication. First is a virtual MFA device that can be used on a smartphone or a tablet. You might already be familiar with these. You've got apps like Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, or Authy. Using these apps, you can get a code that you then enter into AWS to log in. Next, we have the U2F security key. This stands for Universal Second Factor. This is a physical hardware key, such as a YubiKey, that you plug into your computer, and then when you're prompted, you simply touch the key, which will enter the code that logs you in. And then the third option is another hardware key, something like a Gemalto, shown here. It's considered best practice to enable MFA on your root count especially, as well as your IAM users. So let's go back to the console and see how this works in AWS. I'm logged in here as my admin user, which is an IAM user, but if you're using the root account, you would enable it the same way. And again, that is a best practice, as we just mentioned. So what you want to do is come into IAM, Identity and Access Management. Check out the video above if you need to know the basics here. And since I don't have MFA enabled yet for this particular account, I could do that right here. There's a shortcut, but you can also get there under My Security Credentials over here. And then scrolling down, multi-factor authentication, assign MFA device. And then here's those three options that we just talked about in the slides. I'm going to go with this top one here. I do have Google Authenticator, the app, installed on my phone. If you have a YubiKey or some other device, you can choose one of those and just continue with the wizard. So I'll say continue. So step number one, install that app. I've already got that on my phone. Step number two is to scan the QR code. So I'll show QR code here on my phone. I'm going to hit the plus sign and then scan a QR code. Due to security policies on my phone, I actually can't show you what I'm seeing here, but I just held my phone up to the screen. We captured that QR code. And now there's a code showing for me on the phone. I'll enter that here. And then I'll wait to get a second code. I'll enter the second code, assign MFA, and now when I go to sign into this account in the future, I'll be prompted for that MFA code. So you do actually have to log out to see this working. I'll close out of this tab, I'll log out here, we'll log back in, enter my username, password, and now I've got to enter my MFA code. So I'll go back to my Google Authenticator app on my phone, get that code, submit, and I'm in. All right, if for some reason you decide that you don't want MFA enabled, you'll just come back to the IAM console. You'll see that I do have it enabled now, so a green check mark. I'll come back to My Security Credentials. Down here under MFA, I can say Manage MFA Device, and then Remove. And now MFA is no longer enabled. So that's it. Actually pretty easy to set up MFA with AWS. If you found this helpful, check out the other videos in my AWS playlist, and think about subscribing to be notified when I upload new things. Thanks so much for watching.